you are at in the world, and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crow. My name is, for those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. And welcome back to my returning subscribers for my other channel. I am very grateful for each and every you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me on this YouTube journey. So when you come into this live stream, give me a Fonzie. All right, either by double tapping this or just simply hitting that thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. This is a general, not a personal. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, subscribe and hit that little notification bell so that you don't miss when I go live and when I post videos. All of that helps out this channel, and I am grateful for all the love and support. All right. So this video is for the week of August 16th. I'm trying to straighten out my camera here a little bit. August 16th through August 22nd for the element of fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So we're going to open up with just an opening message from the spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels, whoever. All right. So I'm going to pull one card for each sign. So we're going to start off with Sagittarius. What would you like to tell the Sagittarius collective? Please and thank you. You can have one card. Alrighty. So Sagittarius, something about choices. Something with that throat chakra, Sagittarius. See, there's a door open there. Many doors have been closed. So I feel like what you need to understand is all those that have closed happened for a reason. There's a door opening for you that spirit is maneuvering. All right, Sagittarius. So it says, when you accept responsibility for your life and the choices you make, you begin to tap into the power of your own spirit. You'll be able to listen to and get the intuitive wisdom that's inside you and apply it positively and constructively to your outside world. So Sagittarius is the choice. It's either, taking accountability for the choices that you've made, or, following your intuition. Something with the throat chakra is very significant this week. So you have a choice to make for some of you. All right. All right, Aries. Aries. I have one card for Aries, an opening message for Aries this week. You have, this is the chakra between your root chakra and your sacral chakra, because you got a bunch of little chakras in between the 7 main chakras. I got a lavender incense burning and it smells like Brut cologne. Somebody out there could either be wearing it, or maybe you are like me, you don't like it. All right. So Aries, soul power, you need to find some peace, because I feel for you, Aries, there is some attachments being released from you. See the cords here? I feel like there is, you're doing some cord cutting this week. You're releasing some attachments this week. You're finding peace with some things when it comes to your masculinity. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. We all have masculine and feminine side within us. So I feel like you're finding some peace, maybe letting go of a little bit of control, or learning to control your masculine side. I do see there is a major cleansing happening for you, because we do have the white bird, which to me represents cleansing and purity. All right. So always remember, Aries, you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. All right, Aries. So you could be releasing some sort of cord that is attached to that little chakra between your root chakra and your sacral chakra. Or you could be releasing cords from all 3 of those chakras. All right. That is what I see for the Aries collective. Let's pull one for Leo. Leo, can I have a card for Leo? All right. So, for the overall energy, you need to listen to your intuition when it comes to divine timing, is what I feel. You have to be willing to listen if you want to really understand someone. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. Them fully and intently means to pay attention, not to just what's being said, but to what lies beneath the words. So don't just listen to the words, pay attention to the body language of what is behind those words. I feel like that's an overall message for the element of fire. Leo, caregiver. So you have, this is like a violet color card, which would be your third eye to your crown chakra. I feel like you are a caregiver. You offer helping hands to the collective you're here to do. All right. So we are with you, and Spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives. Just as you receive care and love at the start of your life, caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often their own concerns and well being in the process. So, your spirit guides, your loved ones are letting you know that you really need to do some self care for yourself. They recognize that you have lent a lot of helping hands out there. You've cared, you've voluntarily offered helping hands. You are a very good caregiver, but they want you to recognize that you need to take care of yourself so that you can continue the process. All right. So that is what I see for each and every one of you guys for an opening message. If you are resonating with these messages, can I have a Fonzie, please and thank you? I would greatly appreciate that. All right, so let's see. We have listen for the overall fiery energy. So what is the fiery energy? Um, what is the energy around the fire signs this week, please and thank you, Spirit, when it comes to listening and paying attention to what is not being said? Okay. So, yeah, you definitely have a woman, a mentor of some sorts here, that you may also have a telepathic connection with. But this talks about a mentor, a teacher, somebody who's very wise, somebody who has a higher connection to their, like a connection to their higher self, somebody who has a lot of wisdom and knowledge within them. Somebody may also have a book residing within them. You can see how she has something on her crown chakra, holding a book in her hand. So right off the bat, I feel like for some of you, there's a book. Go pick up a book, okay? It doesn't matter what book it is, okay? This is a book for the energy oracle that I'm using. Randomly open it up and read something that is standing out to you, because whatever this message is that's significant, your spirit guides want you to pay attention to the words that are sticking out on that page, because I can't read it to you because this is something you got to do on your own. This is a specific message to each and every one of you guys out there, because you have a specific spirit guide, ancestor, guardian angel who is with you that is telling you we have a significant message for you. We need you to go open up that book to get that message. For some of you, this could be something about your Akashic records as well. Me, go get yourself an Akashic record reading, or like I said, go open up that book. There could be a message in there pertaining to your Akashic records. It could also be pertaining to the next step that you're meant to take, fire signs. For some of you, you have that still small voice within you that is giving you a message that you need to listen to. See how she's in meditation? She got her eyes closed. See, there's a clock on there. It looks like there's a yellow butterfly. There's another butterfly over here. So you could be seeing butterflies. Looks like there's a couple of clocks. Something about timing, maybe paying attention to the clocks. If we're seeing specific numbers, maybe 11, maybe 47. Force to me talk about something that's going to help you build up them psychic muscles, that your still small voice, maybe turning up that radio a little bit with the four energy there. The four energy to me also lets me know that you're protected. The seven energy talks about this is something that's going to it's part of your growing pains. It'll help you to access some sort of soul's growth. So there could be a message in a book pertaining to your soul's journey and the growth that you're about to experience. See the butterfly right there. Okay. So that is the overall energy. We'll put that on the bottom of the card. So you can be seeing 911. It may have something to do with your heart space. So there's still a wound that may need to be healed. We have the seventh chakra, which talks about that download or that still small voice, knowing something. I know something. All right, because that's what the seventh chakra talks about. I know. All right, fire signs. So you already know something, or they are trying to get a message across to you so that you know and understanding. Look, she's holding that book. Something that'll help to heal a wound. Yeah, look, door to spirit to bring you into a state of balance, right? This will also help you to unpack whatever wound that you could be still hanging on to. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you already know what I'm talking about. You already know it. When I mentioned it, you're like, oh, yeah, I remember that. All right. So that is what I feel the overall message is for the element of fire. So let's go ahead and see what the crows are warning you about this week. What are the crows warning the element of fire about this week? Yeah, somebody could be mocking you, mimicking you, maybe doing AI with your voice. It says, come on, come here, scout. Maybe you're hearing something. Maybe what you're understanding, like trying to figure out why are you hearing this, right? You're listening to something, right? Because it says, pay attention, not to just what's being said, but what lies beneath the words with the mimic cry. So you're definitely hearing something, absolutely. And then on the bottom of the deck, at a distance, something about a distance. It could very well be a ghost. Maybe your clairaudient is activating. Maybe you're not only seeing ghosts, but maybe you're starting to hear them communicate to you. Maybe that still small voice, you change that battery and now that voice is getting louder for some of you. And you're like, where did that come from? Why am I hearing that? All right. So something about that is significant. Something about the distance. All right. So mimic cry. So we're going to go ahead and read that to you. Fire signs. Let me get a real quick. While I'm looking up this mimic cry. All right. So another intriguing from the gifts of the crows comes from Montana, and a crow was able to mimic a person's call to rile up some dogs. The crow's call was so convincing that the dog believed it was its guardian calling out. Mimicry speaks to something or someone that is not genuine, right? Listen, because you need to not pay attention to the words. Something about the underlining energy is not genuine. The words are not genuine. So you really need to pay attention to the body language this week. All right. So there could be somebody wanting to come in and act like they can do, acting like they want to offer some sort of a helping hand, right? But they, you know why? It's because they could be feeling something detaching here. Because of a positive choice that you have made to detach from something that no longer serves you because you knew that whatever this was not authentic. Sometimes we need to fake it to make it. A project or persona that is not our own to get a foot in the door. So somebody is trying to get their foot in the door and they're faking it. They're faking the fact that they care about you. So you, again, listen to what's not being said. All right. The words that you speak are not your own. You are merely mimicking. This card may also serve as a warning. There may be someone less genuine who is parroting words you want to hear to gain favor. How about that? The crows are warning you about that. Fire signs. This isn't an overall message. The crows are warning you about this. You may have a choice to make here. May shut the door to this person and not let them in. This could be somebody that you already closed a door with because they could have been siphoning off of your life force essence. And you release the attachment, and now they want to come in acting like they care. Trying to pull on your heartstrings. But remember, the crows are warning you. The words are not genuine. This is somebody who's been mocking you and mimicking you behind the scenes, right? And they've been trying to think of a way to get their foot through the door again, fire signs. That is green tea and strawberry hibiscus. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with your weekly energies. So this is this past week, ending today. Yeah, look, you have a fox in your energy. It's like you close the door to this fox and they can no longer look into your life. Something about in the morning, or somebody has the rooster as a Chinese zodiac. 144 is very significant. Look, 144 with the energy of 7. You've already learned that lesson. You've already grown from it, right? You may have already healed that wound. They may be trying to tear off the scab or to recut that scar. Every rose has its thorn, right? Although the wound has healed, the scar still remains. So this could be somebody wanting to come in and slice open that scar again, right? But remember, you've already closed the door to this person. They can no longer see into your energy. We have the 9 of Wands. This is talking about you being very paranoid now, that you're going to figure them out. This person can be very paranoid, have a bit of anxiety or PTSD. Because they know that you have ascended, you have grown from this situation, and they don't like it. So 1979 could be significant. You're being called to something, 144. 1979, 1947, or I don't know why I said that. 1979, 1997 could be significant. Yeah, pay attention. All right, so let's go ahead and get a tarot card. This is talking about the past and how it's influencing this week. Yeah, they're definitely going to come in and pull on your strings. Trust your intuition is very, very important. See the streams of water? There's 5 streams of water there coming out of that cup. So look, there's the bird. See the bird? The bird on the card. And then here we have Libra, something about the justice system. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 4, 4, 7, 1, 1 could be significant. All right. 9, 1, 1 could be significant. Yeah, somebody's plan backfired. It backfired, and it's like they're losing control, and they're experiencing some sort of a tower. This is something that's out of their control. So their control mechanism with this plan, they no longer have control. Whatever is happening, whatever this tower moment is out of their control. This is an unchange that this person is experiencing. For what? For attacking you, for violating your boundaries. This is a womanizer, right? This is a womanizer. They made some sort of a choice with another person to share some sort of an idea, some sort of a plan when it comes to the devil. This person's very codependent, has some sort of an addiction, or this is somebody who sold their soul. Now, yesterday's fire reading, the devil come out in that reading too. This is somebody who may have some sort of an attachment. This is somebody who is trying to attach to your energy. This is also somebody, my nose is really itchy, which means somebody is coming by surprise. All right. So let's go ahead and move into the next card. For the past influence, the Fox in reverse, the Ace of Cups, and the Justice. Blue. Serenity, tranquility, and peace. Yeah, you found peace with something. You found peace with something and you brought yourself a state of balance. Be aware too, maybe somebody is trying to set you up with the justice system. Maybe that's what they tried to do. Maybe that's what their plan was, because we do have the Emperor underneath that. Maybe they tried to set you up to get you in trouble, to get you to go to jail, to get you in a legal system somehow, and it did not work. We have the energy of blue, which to me represents Archangel Michael. Look at the butterfly. So butterflies all over the place in this reading here for you, fire signs. So I feel like you found peace with the situation because you stood in your power and you found peace. You made this choice to release some sort of an attachment. You also made a choice to listen to what's not being said, not get all obsessive over it. You actually listen to your higher self, and the messages that come down through. Maybe some of you journal, and this helped you to release something and find a state of balance by trusting your intuition, learning to love yourself, learning to love your masculine and your feminine side. Remember I said about the masculine card? We have the masculine and the thinking woman on this on the other card. Yeah, something may not have been clear at the time. They were trying to confuse you. They were trying to mentally fog up your mind here by burning candles on you. They were actually, this is somebody who's maybe a clout chaser for some of you. Yeah, and now they're angry because a cycle is now completed. And I am sweating up a storm from that tea. Alrighty. So let's clarify the mimic cry for what the crows are warning you about. Mimic cry. Let's clarify about the not so genuine words. Yeah, nothing is impossible. They're like, that's impossible. How did they find peace? Somebody could have been sending you in true thoughts, trying to cloud or confuse your higher self. And they're like, that's impossible. How did they break that tie? How did they find peace? Right? That's because somebody called in Archangel Michael here. See the blue? That's what's going on. Yeah, look. And you close some doors to people, which is bringing a new opportunity. Always, okay, it says, always start a cup of positivity, and that's what you've been doing. Starting every day with a day of positive vibrations. Closing doors that no longer serve you. Maybe you're saying affirmations, and it helped you to escape something. Maybe you need to call back your energy. This tie was, this attachment was draining your energy. They were draining your sacral, or draining that chakra between your sacral and your root chakra. That's what they were doing. All right, so give me one for the Fox energy for this past week, completing it and how it's affecting this future week. Yeah. So they want to bring a surprise gift into you. Yeah. There also could be a surprise coming from the divine, because this is like their way of saying we're proud of you. We're proud of you for paying attention to the negative thought pattern perhaps that some of you was experiencing. that was making you confused, making your head cloudy. And it's all because they were burning candles. They were burning candles, siphoning off of your energy. Yeah. You said, do not disturb me. And you did some breathing work. Now you have a masculine person, right? Masculine person. You could have had, somebody is trying to tempt somebody's man away. Tempt somebody's man away from their marriage. This is a third party situation. The best dreams happen when you're awake. So you could have been you could have been up to this. So you're going to be surprised this week or today. Somebody may have tried to put you in a box. See the tie you up and put you in a box. Alrighty, so the present this week. Give me the energy for this week, please, and thank you when it comes to this thinking woman. Give me the energy this week for the thinking woman. We have the dice. And it did show up reverse. So something about rolling a dice, taking some sort of a risk. We have 39. So talking about a 3. So something could be happening in 3s. You could be seeing 333, 999, like I said, 911, 144. 39 adds up to a 12. Somebody's birthday could be in 1993. I'm seeing 555 on this card. Look, I'll show you. 5. A 3 and a 2 is a 5, and a 1 and a 4 is a 5. And 11. Yeah, somebody's coming to somebody's house. Could be at night, knocking on your door. Asking for a handout with the 6 of Pentacles. Like, oh, look, 1976 is coming through. We have the King of Cups. So definitely could be somebody that you love. Or somebody could be coming your way saying, I love you. I'm telling you, 769. Somebody's birthday could be in 1976 or 1967. So let's go ahead for the present situation. What's up with the dice in reverse? So I feel like talking to you, you're going to make the choice not to take the risk this week, is what I feel. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're not going to take the offer. But I do feel you're going to sit. I feel for whoever I'm talking, you're going to sit and listen to what this person has to say. Because the Page of Pentacles does talk about a message. You're going to sit and listen to what this person has to say. But it's like you're with the body language of the word are not matching up. Therefore, you're not going to take some sort of a risk with the situation, is what I see here. Fire signs. Yeah, communication. Because it's like you're trusting your intuition. You're like, I'm not going to get trapped in that situation. Something doesn't seem right here, right? I know that they're only here to open up this wound in my heart space. They're trying to take that sword and slice open a wound, that is already healed here. I know that they've been going around behind my back, mimicking me, mocking me. I know that their words are not genuine. I know what they have to say is not the truth. Double 88. Yeah. Something's not sitting right in your intuition with this invitation. That's what I see here. Look, and there's the 5 of Swords. See that smile on their face? They could be triangulating people behind your back, right? So they're definitely going to come to your house, knocking on your door. Somebody could have 4th house, pulling on your heartstrings. See, even Loki agrees. All right. So let's clarify the dice in reverse and the Page of Pentacles for the fire signs. Yeah, what did I say? Information. Song. Every rose has its thorn. Though the um, though the wound healed, the scar still remains. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're definitely going to be coming in, try to pull on your heartstrings. But again, the information that they're giving you isn't aligning with what your intuition is saying you. Yeah, look, voices. Somebody could be having nightmares. Somebody definitely could be hearing somebody's voice, right? Something about the woods. See, there's nobody there. Yeah, this person's going to be intoxicated. They could be coming in a shameful way. I'm ashamed of what I did. You know, I you know, I did, or I'm sorry, I didn't mean, you know, I didn't mean to mimic you. I didn't mean to mock you, right? Somebody's gonna be drinking. It's like drinking. Somebody wants you to drink out of their toxic cup of poisonous emotions because they're ashamed. Yeah, but you're being protected by a guardian angel, right? You could be waking up at 555 and you're like, oh, it's time to move, right? Somebody could be calling your name. See the 3? And look, 1111. You're on the right path. So trust your intuition, fire signs, because it's telling you the truth. All right, so give me one more card for the present. Yeah, look, closed with no way to open it. Something about that door. There is a door closed to this situation, and they know that, right? They know that there is no way that you're going to open up that door to them, but by goodness, they are going to try everything that they can to try to manipulate you. They're going to use every possible thing that they can to get into your heart and to get in your head to try to manipulate their way back through the door. A little space to create, free to be me, and you're free from them. You're free. See the book, right? Turn the page, write a new chapter of your life. On the bottom of the deck, yeah, do not disturb. So you've been doing some breathing exercises, and you put up, do not disturb me. I don't want to be disturbed by you. Definitely have somebody tempting. Look, a marriage. Trying to tempt your man or woman away. All right? So that is what I see so far this week, fire signs, and it's lined right up with what Spirit told you. So hidden influences. What's the hidden influence this week? This person's really thinking of a way to come in, and I feel like they want to offer you something and act like they care. All right, yeah, look, you could be having premonition dreams. See, 7 of Pentacles. You could have dreamt about this plan. You'll be seeing owls. Something about the 12th of August, which we just had the solar eclipse on. So something could have happened on the solar eclipse day. And this is of your ancestors giving you a heads up about this plan of this person wanting to come your way at night. Because owls are very nocturnal, right? So they could be hiding somewhere, maybe hiding in a tree, or hiding their true intentions. Somebody could be on the lookout, right? Watching. There's definitely, they have something planned, absolutely. Again, you could have seen it in your dreams. So they're actually hiding their true intentions. All right, so, okay, yep, look, 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups talks about trust in your intuition. And that's what you're going to say, nah, I already have everything I need. I don't need your toxic cup. I don't need, you know, I don't need this, right? Where's it at here? I don't need this. I don't need your toxic emotion. I'm already fulfilled within myself, right? I'm happy. I'm complete. See the 9 cups lined up? And if you notice, there's a blue barrier around this. And this tells me that you're protected. Remember, we have the blue card. See, blue. This tells me you're protected. You're protected because you already got everything you need. This also could be talking about a wish being granted, because it does represent the wish. Maybe you're seeing something in your dreams. Your ancestors are letting you know that you're about to get a wish granted, but you got to go through this first. You have a choice to make before this wish can manifest this week. But there is a hidden wish involved in this. I feel like the ancestors got something planned. Again, 79 is coming through here. 1979 is very significant. Possibly December 1979. That could be somebody's birthday, December 12th perhaps, or December, I don't know. Somebody's birthday could be in December, and their year they're born could be 1979, which would make them 47 years old. All right. So let's go ahead and see hidden influences with the owls and the Nine of Cups. Yep. So light, away, new dawn, and beginnings. So I do feel you're definitely seeing the light of a situation. They could be lurking around your house, looking for a light. Maybe you're seeing some sort of a light at night. Maybe like I have cameras everywhere, so I'm seeing things all over the place. No cameras. Boy, I could show you some pictures. But I feel like you have a new beginning. If you've been wishing for a new beginning, it's coming. And the ancestors want you to know that these people cannot influence this. For some of you, because we did have the guardian angel on one of these cards, I don't know where it's at. You could be seeing your guardian angel, like light flickering out of the peripheral vision, or straight on. Trust me, I see straight on. All three of my eyes see all kinds of things. Yeah, I said 3. 1, 2, 3. So the hidden influence is that you do have a new beginning here. The light is coming towards you. You're coming out of a period of darkness into the light, is what a wish has been granted. The divine has something special planned for you, and you're going to be surprised with what it is what I feel. So yeah, I feel like, yes, look, I'm telling you, you've seen something in your dreams over this moon. You could have had a vision, you could have seen something in your dreams telling you that the cycle is closed. Yes, it's been a long, right? So you could throw down that umbrella that you've been hiding underneath and take your next step through the lunar eclipse portal here, or through the solar eclipse portal. Yeah, there is a key coming. Spiritual wisdom, spiritual knowledge. You don't get a key unless you achieve something. So the key is to trust with your dreams, because you're free. You are free. See, look how these two are hugging. Look at the light in the background. You are free from something. You found a solution. The solution is throwing down that aggression, throwing down that anger, throwing down anything and everything that no longer serves you, and taking that next step. Because the cycle is now complete. You're off to the next adventure. I'm telling you. Look, something with a child, and that's confirmation. Somebody could have been being tormented, maybe by an inner demon or a literal demon, right? And, you know, you have a child that is granting you a wish. Be seeing that child in your dreams for some of you. That doesn't have to resonate for everybody. So hidden influences with the birds and Nine of Cups and Spirit of the Light. Yeah, good news is coming in. There is good news coming in, but it's going to catch you by surprise. All right? Beautiful. Why? Because you stood at peace. You said not to disturb. You put up boundaries. And you breathe it out. And it's back to that same set of cards. Breathe, masculine, family, da 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 da. Right? The same old dance. So obstacle. What's the obstacle this week? Something about the compass. So I feel like the obstacle is the nodes shifted from North Node in Pisces, Aquarius, and the South Node from Virgo to Leo. So there's another 4. So you need to listen to your inner compass this week is very, very significant. The Sun this week will be moving from Leo into Virgo. Virgo is it is a sign have a tendency to overanalyze everything. I mean everything. They sit and they think and they think and they think and they think, right? Overanalyzing something. So be aware of that, right? So don't overanalyze something because that overanalyzation will cause obstacles. I feel like whoever you're in your North Node. The North Node is currently in Aquarius, but I feel like you're already in your North Node. I don't know where your personal North Node is. I'm just telling you what I know about the astrology charts. The Aquarius sign rules our social groups. It rules our neighborhood, the people around us, the people that we're social with. Somebody who could be very temperamental. Yeah, deep thinker, right? With the Aquarius, the thinking woman. So you have somebody who's really thinking about something. This person could be an Aquarius or have Aquarius somewhere in their chart. And we have, I don't know where my house, oh, there it is. Aquarius rules the social life, friends, goals, group, society, causes, wishes, and gains. For some of you, maybe you need to be careful what you wish for. Right? Yeah, look, Anubis. So Anubis is weighing your heart this week. So pay attention. Of course, Anubis is weighing the hearts of everybody this week with the Aquarius energy. All right, so obstacle, the compass. Can I have one card, please? Yeah, look, see? Yeah, somebody doesn't want to collaborate this week. Somebody doesn't want to collaborate with somebody this week. 423, April 20 could be significant. Yeah, somebody could be in that scarcity mindset. It could be really hanging on to something where somebody else is ready to take that leap of faith, or somebody could be letting go of hanging on to like letting go of hanging on to that mentally that mental space, that scarcity mindset. Somebody could be letting it go and ready to take a leap of faith and trust spirit. Somebody could be packing lightly here, staying loyal to their higher self. The yellow here. Yeah, and then look, somebody could be, like I said, packing light, just taking something, taking the little things with them. Yeah, because it's moving into Virgo, something that is destined to happen. Some sort of travel could be happening. Some sort of travel could be happening. Look at all these different, okay, so this is Taurus, this is Leo, this is Aquarius, and this is Scorpio. Look how they got these books. Something with books are very significant. Something with the Egyptian bloodline. See the sword there? Something with the Egyptian bloodline. See, the wheel is running over that devil. Right? That is being illuminated. Something is moving forward. That could be taking you in a different direction as well. Maybe you're going in a different direction. Maybe you're not going to collaborate with somebody here. Obstacles with the compass and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Something is definitely coming into alignment for you. Something that you love. So what you need to understand is when one door closes, another one opens. So maybe this collaboration isn't going to happen, but that's okay, because like I said, when one door is, another opportunity is that is better in alignment for you could be open here. Yeah, honor with death comes wisdom. See, there's more books. So somebody is definitely going through an ego death that was creating obstacles. Yeah, somebody wants to come in and say something. I'm sorry, I love you, I forgive you, thank you. Things I wanted to say but never did. Don't text your ex. So it could be an ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Try going this way. So somebody is, like, I feel like somebody is pointing somebody out and sending them in a different direction. Because I feel like, again, listen to what's not being said. Because they may be saying something just to, like I said, pull on them heartstrings. Because maybe they can't get through, you're not responding back to them. Maybe that's what you need to do, not respond back to this person. Yeah, somebody, oh my. Somebody felt like that you deserved whatever it was, because we have sudden nudes. It could be a picture, it could be a nude picture for some of you. It could just be in vulnerability. You deserve to be vulnerable because your future is unwritten. You have change that's in the air, even though you may not see it. So somebody was trying to cloud your mind. They wanted you to not see their involvement in a situation here, is what I see. Involvement in creating obstacles and pointing things out that are wrong with you, right? Pointing things out with you that were wrong with you when all you were doing was trying to trust them and be vulnerable. So obstacles for the element of fire, obstacles. Yeah, somebody was trying to punish you. They felt like you deserved to be punished. This is somebody who could have been sleeping with an ex, for those of you who have exes here. Not all of you have exes. I have one friend on here who watches faithfully who's been married her whole entire life. She doesn't, I don't think she has any exes. She married her first love, first everything. So that message isn't for you. I'm talking to somebody who does have exes. You may have an ex who is trying to punish you with some sort of new pictures. All because you did not want to collaborate with them. You did not want to work something with them. Maybe they said, I love you, and you're like, no, I don't love you back. This person, like I said, could be an Aquarius. Yeah, a completion of a cycle. A cycle is closed now, right? They could have did some sort of a temporary spell. In a bottle, I found a brown bottle underneath my porch. It's in the garbage can. So yeah, so for some of you, it could be something like that. Maybe you're finding an odd bottle in an odd place with some sort of liquid in. They made some sort of a plan, right? Look, see the liquid? Alrighty, let's keep moving forward. I need another drink. I think it's because I had bacon for breakfast. And I'm thirsty. Outside influences for the element of fire this week. Outside influences for the element of fire. Yeah, look. So there's the Wheel of Fortune. Look, 76 coming through, 67. Yeah. So the Wheel of Fortune talk about outside influences. I feel like something is destined to happen. We do have the arrow pointing between Capricorn and Sagittarius, the arrow pointing between Libra and Virgo. We do have Libra. The moon is currently in Libra. And we have Cancer and Gemini and Aries and Pisces. So somebody could cusp baby, maybe have a birthday on the cusp between Capricorn and Sagittarius, or have a birthday on the cusp between Aries and Pisces, and Cancer and Leo. Somebody could be a cusp baby. Outside influences with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, somebody's definitely violating your boundaries. They've been attacking you. They're in competition with you. This outside person, this person who has a cusp birthday, they've been in competition with you. That's why they feel like that you deserve to be punished. Pointing things out. They're working with an ex. For those of you who have one. Look, male individual, there he is coming through. Wanting to cross that bridge towards you. Look, there's snake. You're being asked to accept the offer, but stay at peace. Because they're a snake. They're being a sneaky snake. Yeah. Somebody, like I said, healed those heart wounds. The scars still remain. So we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is somebody who likes to sleep around. Yeah, somebody who likes to sleep around, hop from pole to pole. They could be homeless. They could be looking for a place to stay. But they're only there to take advantage of your generosity. Looking for a handout because they're under karma. That's why they're homeless. Look, the Queen of Swords. This is somebody who's very manipulative. Somebody who's going to lie to your face. Somebody who's an energy manipulator. Somebody who likes to lie a lot. They like to spread a lot of rumors, a lot of gossip, spread a lot of negative things around about you. And take things back to other people that aren't true. This is somebody way out of balance. They could be under the influence of something. It could be an extended family member. And they're trying to win at all costs. That would make perfect sense. Alrighty, so outside influences with the compass, a cusp baby that is attacking somebody, violating somebody's boundaries, in competition with them. Yeah, look, power and strength. Overpower you is what they're trying to do. This is somebody who thinks that they have more power over you. Something about that eclipse on Wednesday is very, very significant. 7-7 could be significant. 777 could be significant. Also seeing that number. Outside influences. That's why they're in competition with you. They think that they're better than you. They think they can control you, right? They think they have control and power your mind over your hearts. Yeah. But I'm telling you, do not disturb. Doing breathing exercises, just breathe it out. The world is yours. So a cycle is definitely complete. And you're here for you're getting a fresh start, a new beginning. The sun moving into Virgo, right? So yeah, heart closed and locked. So you're going to learn to trust, maybe unlock your heart, right? Because you're trusting that you're being guided. You're a starseed. You have a specific mission here on Earth, and you're about to level up. I feel like whoever you are, you actually stood in your power, is what I felt. You stood in your power. You did not allow this competition to get the best of you. Like, how do I want to say this? It's like you was in competition with this person. This person was in secret competition with you. This person may have had a lot of envy in their heart, a lot of anger in their heart. Outside influences, yeah. Wild, untamed desire. Yeah, this person may be shape-shifting. Maybe you're going to see something in their eyes. You're going to see that inner beast, that attachment that maybe they have. Let's take a look at the bottom of that. Yeah, they want revenge. I'm telling you, this is an ex. They want revenge. They definitely have their eye on you. Yep, they're after your sacral chakra. This person's very vain. They think that you're weak. They think that you're clueless, but in all actuality, you're very, very intuitive. You know this person is a snake and that you've cleansed them off you. This person could have did some sort of a spider spell. You're trying to manipulate your free will, right? Look how she's pointing to her ears. Remember, hearing something, hearing voices, trying to manipulate your free will. Alrighty, so the best course of action to take here for the fire signs. Yep. So the best course of action to take, we have 144 coming through again, and this is 414. You could be seeing that. You could be seeing 411. So the best course of action is to dig deep within that well of emotions. Trust your intuition is very, very important. You are getting a wish granted here. This is the second time a wish card has come out. But this is a deep situation, and they're going to pull on every wound that they could possibly find deep within you. The wishing well often talks about how deep our emotions can go, right? Look, I'm telling you, there's other people involved in this. Here you are sitting in the center, feeling at peace. Look at all the doves flying around you. See? These three people made you the center of their attacks. 2 women and a man, a third party situation. Another 7. 777 is very significant. So the best course of action is to trust your intuition. Trust that you already have your basket filled. You don't need somebody else's BS to fill you up, because that's all they're doing. They're coming in with fake emotions. So be aware of that. All right, so the best course of action with the well. Yep, look, this is the High Priestess. Fire signs. So the High Priestess in reverse talks about somebody who's very verbally abusive, somebody who's very emotionally abusive, somebody who likes to play the victim. This is somebody who's going to try to come in and play the victim. Because why? Because they're pulling on your heartstrings. The High Priestess in reverse also talks about somebody who is scrying on you, somebody who gets card readings on you, somebody who abuses their powers, their psychic powers, their magical powers. Yep, I'm telling you. Look, I'm telling you, they're abusing their powers. They're trying to manipulate a situation with some sort of magic. This is somebody who tried to ruin your reputation and to say that you have a secret side piece. So don't allow this victimization to cut you. Don't allow it to recut you. Look, somebody's initials could be B and J and BJ, 69, right? Somebody's birthday could be February 1969. That cusp energy, Aquarius, Pisces. So the best course of action to take with the High Priestess in reverse and the wishing well. Yeah, They just want to, oh, they're going to say, oh, I was just having fun. Why are they going to be so serious? When all along, they were the ones throwing rock, hiding the hands. They thought you were clueless. They thought you were stupid. They thought you were naive. They thought you were weak-minded. Look, feminine and masculine. Look, third-party situation. I'm telling you. Marriage, family, and lovers. I'm telling you. This is a secret side piece. Or it's two couples. So you have a female, a male, a female, and then you have a male and a female that's in a relationship. So you have 5 people here. And then you got the secret side piece who's trying to tempt somebody's, like, love or their husband, their wife. And that's what this person was trying to say about you. You've seen it in your dreams. You already know the answer that you seek within you. That's why you got the well card. You already know the answer. You already know it. Look, I'm telling you, 4 people. This is somebody who's been trying to ruin somebody's reputation, trying to cause a lot of emotional storms, chaos, but the sun is going to shine again. There is definitely a message coming your way, maybe even as far as a letter coming your way. All right, so a best course of action to take is just laugh. I'm telling you, somebody's a witch. They abuse their psychic powers. They abuse their magical powers. Right? Could have been sending subliminal messages. But here you are. You alchemized it. Because you're very intuitive. You've seen the truth of a situation. Right? You could have had some vision. You could have seen the truth of a situation. That illuminated it. You're going through a rebirth, a resurrection here. You're creating your future. So you're being asked to sit down and journal. It'll be very, very important. Because the energy this week is very fertile. This also could have been somebody secretly scrying on you. Right? Watching your every move, seeing what you're writing. This is somebody who abused magical powers, their psychic powers, their witchy powers, using sorcery to spy on you. I'll just put that right there. They've been abusing it. Now they want to come in and say, oh, ba 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 ba, right? So they were very aware of your weaknesses. That's right. They were very aware of your weaknesses, but what they were clueless about was your strengths. Yeah, and they did it to get revenge because they hooked up with your ex. Them and your ex hooked up to get revenge. Right? They were harvesting off of your sacral chakra, keeping that evil eye on you. Could be an earth sign involved with a fire sign and a cusp, maybe. Pisces. Yeah, they were very vain. Look, mirror. Snake. Yep, and try to manipulate somebody's free will by sending them intrusive thoughts. So the best course of action is just to laugh at them. You were having fun, really? Trust your intuition because their words are not matching up with your intuition. All right, so the outcome for the element fire. The outcome, see how there's multiple hands in this? There's multiple hands involved in this. But do you see the arms? No. So that tells me that this person secretly throwing rocks and hiding their hands, along with a couple of other people. So the outcome, yeah, the ancestors got you. So see through the illusion. The ancestors got you. That's what you need to know. Go outside, ground your energy, sit under a tree. The ancestors got a message for you. Go out in nature. Yep, and look, the key. You are free. You're being freed. Why? Because you put in the work. The ancestors are freeing you and cutting the attachments away. Why? Because they're watching over you. You put in the work, right? You did all you can do. You need to hand it over to Spirit. Spirit's giving you a key that's going to unlock you and free your heart space. Free you from the shackles. I feel like they did root work on you. They did root work on you, and they were siphoning off of your sacral chakra. They also could have been messing with your mouth. So the outcome is go out, communicate with the trees, sit under a tree because the ancestors got a message for you. Let go of the illusion, see through it, trust your dreams because your dreams are definitely going to be revealing things to you. 5-5, you're getting a wake-up call. So if you wake up at 5 a.m., that's a sign. All right. So the outcome with the tree, yeah, they're just going to try to, what they're going to try to do is, try to trigger you. Look, the Hermit, the moon in Virgo was very significant. The illusion has cracked, is what I see here. Yeah, the illusion, somebody is getting their rose-colored glasses ripped off. The illusion is cracked. The moon is revealing something here. Could be a Scorpio involved with the Hermit. The Hermit in reverse talks about somebody could be going to spiritual jail. Somebody could already be in spiritual jail for trying to manipulate somebody's free will. Right? See how the cat got his tail between his legs? This talks about maybe somebody's trying to scare your animals. Because when a cat has his tail between its legs, he's scared. Scared shitless. Somebody could have been trying to shut you up. See how they're trying to shut this lion's mouth, but the tongue's sticking out? Yeah. Yep. So they did something to try to scare you, but I feel like it didn't work. 8 to 5, which is a 13. They could have come into your dreams and did something. The outcome, yeah, they did voodoo. I'm telling you. They could something to your heart because the Strength card rules your heart space. They could have did something to your animal's heart. They could have did some sort of voodoo on your animal. Why? Because it says to me, you look perfect. Because this is somebody who thought they were better than you. This is somebody who thought that was all in their pride and ego. They used voodoo to try to control something. They tried to organize something. See how she's writing in that journal? See the picture? The computer? Right? Love you to the moon and back, right? Something about the moon and the sun in Leo this past week. Somebody thinks they're better than you, and they recognize the whole situation behind your back, right? They're throwing a rock high in the hands. Why? Because they're proud. They got a 7 deadly sin of pride. They didn't like the fact of how hard you were working, at practicing being at peace, being aware, right? I'm telling you, writing down. doing healing exercises, breathing exercises, healing. The outcome with the tree, the strength in reverse, and voodoo. I'm telling you, the community gathered up a community of people. There's the elephant at your dwelling place, home. Structure, foundation, spirit of the dwelling place. Home is where the heart is. So they could have did some sort of voodoo on your root chakra, your home, in that solar eclipse energy. To try to scare your cat or scare your animal. Yeah, they work with an old flame who is longing for you. Something about a giraffe is significant. Alrighty, so let's pull a final message for the element of fire. A final message for the element of fire. Studying and learning. Look, there's books there. I'm telling you. Somebody could have violated spiritual law and accessed your Akashic records to study your destiny, to study your birth chart here. Thank you, angels, for allowing me to see that every day is a learning day. So you are definitely learning a lot of lessons in this situation. You've learned a lot of lessons through life. This has all prepared you for something on your mission, on your journey. How you can be receiving your spiritual abundance. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love, right? So you have learned to protect yourself. You have learned to cloak your energy. And now you're manifesting a wish here. You have learned something new every day. Something about your throat chakra, about your heart chakra, something about your solar plexus, and something about your root chakra. Maybe with numerology. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Look at the Ankh. So you already know the answer. You already know it. You already know that this person is coming in with fake words, acting like they care. Look, and underneath that we have study. They're only coming in to sabotage you. Dharma is unfolding. Remember that a path, take one step at a time to happiness. So yeah, your Dharma is unfolding while their karma is unfolding. Deep connection, trust your inner voice. Yeah, you already know this. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Share your gifts with grace. All right, let's pull a crystal card to finalize this reading. First, chair yoga. Oh, look, a dog. Appetite. Gentleness, service, and loyalty. Spirit of dog, help me remain loyal to my personal truth and teach me gentleness through service to others. Thank you, Aho. So you're learning how to remain loyal to your intuition and trusting what you already know within you. Up tonight, so Neptune could be significant. Root and sacral chakra. What did I say? What did I say? Root and sacral chakra. You cannot make this stuff up. I'm telling you. Resolution, courage, and healing. I am accepted. So Neptune in Aries is very significant. Okay. Thank you for watching Fire Signs. I hope you have a great week, and I'll